Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see about this pipeline hazards. So hazards means a danger or a risk. So when this risk happens in a pipeline is that when the pipeline or a part of the or a portion of the pipeline has to stall because some of the conditions do not permit to continue the execution. So stall means to stop the progress or stop running. So if a part of the if a portion of the pipeline could not run for due to some reasons, that is if it is stalls for a certain time, then that is called as the pipeline hazard. So this can also be called as a pipeline bubble. This pipeline stall is also called as a pipeline bubble. Now what are the hazards? What are the different types of hazards available? So if you see, there are three types of hazards available. One is the resource hazard, the next one is data hazard, and the third one is the control hazard. So we'll see one by one what each this hazard is about and with an example. So the first one is the resource hazard. So from the name itself we can make the meaning. So this hazard will happen when two or more instructions are fighting for the same resource or waiting for the same resource. So the result is that either it has this instructions that are waiting for the same resource has to be executed in serial order rather than parallel. So for that particular portion of the pipeline where it gets stalled. So this resource hazard is also called as structural hazard. We can see an example of this resource hazard. So before looking into this example, so first in the first picture in the diagram we have taken a 5-stage pipeline, which is an ideal case. So there is no branch, there is no memory conflicts. So we have assumed that everything works well, and we have taken an ideal case of a 5-stage pipeline. So in the next thing, so we have explained the resource hazard. For that we assume that the main memory has a single port. So that means all the instruction fetch or the data read and write, everything has to from the main memory has to happen one at a time. So it cannot happen parallelly. So so if we want to fetch an instruction, only one instruction can be fetched at a time, and then you want to read from the memory or write to a memory, everything has to happen separately. And also we assume that we ignore the cache memory also. So in this case, if an operand that has to be read or write from the memory, it cannot be happened or it cannot be performed in parallel. You see here in this particular case, in this clock cycle 3, the instruction I1 is fetching an operand. So that means here we assume that it is taking the operand from the main memory, and at that particular clock cycle, so the instruction I3 has to start at this point. So because the first cycle, the fetch cycle, is empty, so it is supposed to start at this particular instruction has to be fetched at this particular clock cycle. But since this data read and this instruction fetching cannot happen at the same time from the memory, so this particular clock cycle is stalled for a moment, okay, and then at the next clock cycle only the instruction I3 is fetched. So this is called as the resource hazard. So because the pipeline, this portion of the pipeline, so this portion of the pipeline gets stalled for a particular moment because both the instruction fetch and the operand read cannot happen at the same time. So this is called as a resource hazard. The next one is the data hazard. So what a data hazard is and when it occurs. So a data hazard occurs when there is a conflict in the access of an operand location. When two instructions need a same operand from the memory or the register, then these two instructions has to be executed in sequence. Let us consider an example. Okay, so here we have two instructions, and if these two instructions, if they are running in if they are executing in serial order, then there is no problem, because the instruction what it requires, the first instruction is an addition instruction which takes the operand as EAX and EBX, and after adding the result is again stored in the register EAX, and the next instruction is that subtraction of ECX and EAX, and again the result is stored in ECX. Now if you see that when addition happens between these two operands, the result is again stored in EAX. So the value of this EAX is changing in this particular instruction, and in the next instruction, that is one of the operand. EAX is one of the operand. So now only after this result is written into this EAX, we will be able to access this operand. We cannot take the old value. So these two instructions has to execute in serial order. So if you look into this pipeline, the first instruction is this add instruction, so that goes normally without any problem. But when it comes to this second instruction, so at the second clock cycle it is fetching the instruction, and in the third clock cycle it is decoding the instruction. So while it decodes the instruction, it understands that the operands that it requires is ECX and EAX. But since this EAX is not yet updated by the first instruction, so when this EAX will be updated by the first instruction? Only at the end of the fifth clock cycle, because here only it is writing the operand to the memory. So the after execution, the final result that is present in EAX will be written to the memory only in the fifth clock cycle. So till that time, the second instruction, it cannot access this particular operand. So for these two clock cycles, the second instruction has to be idle without running or making any progress. So this is a stall. So and this is the data hazard. So due to the non-availability of the operand. So only at the end of this fifth clock cycle, now this is able to fetch the operands, both the operands, then it continues the execution. So once this stall happens in the pipeline, that will continue with the remaining instructions also. When the next instruction comes, again that also has to go through that stall. So this is called the data hazard. The next one is we have to check in the what are the types of data hazard. There are three types of data hazards available. The first one is the read after write, that is called as RA in general, and the second one is write after read, that is WAR, and the third one is the write after write. So these are three types of data hazards. So we'll see one by one what this read after write hazard, when it happens or what it is. So this is otherwise called as true dependency. So first instruction, so read after write. So the first instruction, it is writing something in the register or the memory location. Now the succeeding instruction or the second instruction that is coming after that, this reads the data in that location where the first instruction made a change, where it made the modification. So every time the second instruction, it has to read the data only after the writing happens in the writing is completed by the first instruction. So the hazard will happen if the read takes place before the write operation is completed by the first instruction. So this is called read after write hazard. And the second one is this write after read hazard. So here the first instruction is reading something from the register or from the memory location, followed by the next instruction or the succeeding instruction, it writes to the same memory location or the register. So now the hazard will happen if this write happens before the read takes place. So here read should happen first, read should happen first, then followed by this instruction to write to that location. So if this order changes, then the hazard will happen. The third one is the write after write hazard, or we can call it as output dependency. Now here two instructions or both are writing to the same location. So now when since they are writing to the same location, these writes has to take place in the right order, correct order. So if it happens in the reverse order, so instruction 1 first writes in that particular location, then the instruction 2 writes in the same location. So this has to happen in this particular order. Otherwise, if suppose this happens in the reverse order, then this write after write hazard will occur, or this output dependency will this kind of data hazard will occur. The next one is the control hazard. So this control hazard can also be called as a branch hazard. So this branch hazard, this will happen when the pipeline makes a wrong decision on a branch prediction. So sometimes the processor tries to assume whether this instruction could take on a branch or not. So if it is going to take a wrong decision on that branch prediction, then this kind of hazard will happen, because all the other subsequent instructions following that has to be discarded. So these are the three types of hazards that are available in the pipeline hazards. Thank you.